Good afternoon, folks. My name is Rich Keehner. I'm the village manager for the Village of Villa Park. And today's another segment that we normally come before the cameras and discuss the upcoming agendas for the board meetings on Monday night. So what we're going to talk about during today's segment is the May 11th Committee of the Whole meeting and formal board meeting. And folks, this is going to be just a little bit shorter of a meeting than usual because we have one meeting in the month of May, and we also have to swear in the newly elected trustees. And then after the meeting, we'll have a celebration for the newly elected trustees at Crazy Pour right around 8 o'clock or so, where we'll have some hors d'oeuvres and some sodas. So it's just a little bit different of a Committee of the Whole agenda this week and a formal board agenda. And then we'll be back on a regular board meeting schedule. June 8th is our next meeting after the May 11th. So only one meeting in May, and then boom, we're in June. So let's get started. So for the Committee of the Whole meeting, Monday, it starts at 7:30 here at the Council Chambers, Village Hall. And number one on the agenda is a call to order. And at that particular time, Village Clerk Kornecki will take roll call. And then number two on the agenda would be the Pledge of Allegiance. Now 3 on the agenda is the amendments of the agenda. And folks, at that time, that's the appropriate time for the Board of Trustees and President to make adjustments to the agenda. It could be deleting something, it could be adding something, revising, or maybe a separate vote. So number 3 in the Committee of the Whole agenda, amendments of the agenda, that's the appropriate time to do that. So let's go into 4 now, which is to consider an ordinance of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, amending the number of members of the Environmental Concerns Commission and the Cable TV Commission. The village would like to reduce the number of members for the Cable TV Commission and the Environmental Concerns Commission from 9 members to 7 in order to reach a consistent quorum. Staff recommends that the village president and board of trustees amend the existing Villa Park Municipal Code. So folks, really what's transacting is that the commissions, these particular 2 have such a large membership number that they need to shrink it down a little bit to 7 so we can get a quorum. So, and that's a great idea, especially going into the busy summer months where it may be rather difficult to get everyone at a meeting. It's going to be very difficult with all the things coming up and the beautiful weather and mowing the lawn and stuff like that. So anyway, let's go on to number 5 for the Committee of the Whole for Monday night, which is basically convene to the formal agenda. Now, if you remember, this is a short agenda, so we're going to start the agenda for the formal meeting now, which starts right after the Committee of the Whole. So remember, the Committee of the Whole starts at 7:30, then we'll go right into the formal. So number 1 on the formal agenda for Monday night is the Village President's Report. And at that particular time, Village President Bullwinkle will kind of give us a synopsis what's been transpiring since the last meeting. So maybe she'll talk about some emails or some phone calls or what's been happening in her role. So, and she always makes it interesting and provides a lot of good information. So at number 2 on the agenda for Monday night is public comments on agenda items. And folks, that's the appropriate time for residents in the audience to ask questions about the items which are on the agenda. Or actually could be a question, or it even could be a concern about a particular item. So number 3 on the agenda for Monday night is amendments of the agenda. And again, that's just like the Committee of the Whole, where the board or President Bullwinkle will ask to revise the agenda, could remove something, add something. That's the appropriate time. And so number 4 on the agenda for Monday night is the consent agenda. And usually this would be the time where I'll tell you that a lot of the information items come straight from the Committee of the Whole to the consent agenda, but being such a short meeting, there's really no carryover. So A for the consent agenda for Monday night is the regular bill listing dated May 11th, 2015. Now this is one of 2, so the first one is in the amount of $348,791.47. And B is the second bill listing, if you will, dated May 11th, 2015. It's 2 of 2 in the amount of $118,981.97. So C for the formal board meeting, for Monday night, is the minutes from the Village Committee of the Whole meeting for April 27th, which is our last meeting date. D for the consent agenda would be the minutes from the formal board meeting for April 27th, 2015. And E would be minutes from the public hearing for the April 27th, 2015 meeting. And folks, E, I'll remind you that the public hearing had to do with our control plan, our flood control plan, and it's required to have a public hearing, and it's required by the Illinois Environmental Protection Agency. So we met that requirement by holding the public hearing on April 27th, 2015. So F on the consent agenda is an ordinance of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, amending the number of members on the Environmental Concerns Commission, ECC, and the Cable TV Commission. So let me remind you, the village would like to reduce the number of members for the Cable TV Commission and the Environmental Concerns Commission from 9 members to 7 members in order to reach a consistent quorum. Staff recommends that the village president and board of trustees amend the existing Villa Park Municipal Code to accomplish that. And 5 on the agenda is oath of office for newly elected officials by Judge Robert Kleeman. So at that particular time, Judge Kleeman will swear in newly elected trustee Chris Aiello. And of course, Chris is being reelected. Albert Boltheis is being reelected, and Don Case will be reelected, and then Nick Cazone is the new member that is going to serve on a 2-year term because of Trustee Davis's resignation from the board because he moved out of town. So Judge Kleeman will swear in Trustee Aiello, swear in Trustee Bolthus, swear in Nick Cazone as the newly elected trustee, and then swear in Trustee Don Case. So we'll have 4 folks being sworn in Monday, May 11th. Should be an exciting evening. So now we'll go on to 6 for Monday's board meeting, which is appointments and reappointments to boards and commissions. And so, folks, the commissions run from May 1st through April 30th of every year, and we have numerous boards and commissions and numerous volunteers which serve on these boards and commissions. And some are 2-year terms, some are 4-year terms, some are staggering. And so every May we have basically a slew of folks that want to remain on the commissions or would like to come off the commissions and be replaced. So for Monday night, we're going to have Sid Berg reappointed to the Cable Commission for a term of, looks like about 2 years or so. So May 11th, 2015 through April 30th, 2017. And then Marianne Greco will be returning to the Cable TV Commission for a 2-year term, so May 11th through April 30th, 2017. And then we also have Gene Hockensmith returning to the Cable TV Commission from May 11th, 2015 through April 30th, 2017. And then we'll have a new person, Anthony Otto, which is an appointment to the Economic Development Commission, and his term will be May 11th through April 30th, 2018. And then Jennifer Burns will be reappointed to the Parks and Recreation Advisory Commission, and then her term will run from May 11th, 2015 through April 30th, 2017. And so that will be all of the board and commission appointments and reappointments at this particular point. But I did have a discussion with President Bowinkle, and she's still contacting folks. So please watch our website. There may be a few more folks appointed and reappointed from today and ending on the official agenda, which will be tomorrow. Today's Thursday, and tomorrow will be posted on the website. So, and number 7 on the formal agenda for Monday, May 11th is public comments on non-agenda items. And folks, that's the appropriate time for citizens in the audience to have comments on things that they're concerned about or compliments for staff, things of that nature. And number 8 on the agenda for Monday night is Village Clerk Kornecki's report, and that's the appropriate time for her to kind of give us an update on what's happening since our last meeting. And then sometimes she actually mixes it up a little bit because she's the president of our local Kiwanis Club as well. And so number 9 on the formal agenda for Monday night is the Village Trustees report. And that's the appropriate time for the village trustees to kind of ask questions of staff or make information known to the public of what's really been happening in their role as trustee in the last couple of weeks. And then number 10 on the agenda happens to be the village manager's report. And at that particular time, I may give an update on rainfall or anything else that's happening in my realm that I think is interesting. Could even be recycling grants or recycling tonnage, things of that nature. So number 11 on the formal agenda for Monday night is the village attorney's report. And at that particular time, village attorney Kathy or Attorney Benninger would give an update on what's been happening in their role as village attorney in the last several weeks, maybe even a legislative update. And then number 12 would be adjournment. And it's a relatively short meeting. And if you would say, Rich, how long do you think this will last? I'll probably say maybe to 8:10 at the most. And then after that, we'll go to Crazy Pour, which is located on North Avenue in Villa Park. And we'll have some hors d'oeuvres and some Pepsi's, Cokes, and kind of welcome in the new trustees and do a celebration, and we can talk and chat and laugh, and it would be good to see you there. So please tune in Monday night and come to Crazy Pour also, and we'll talk about maybe some of the roads, and be good to see you. So again, my name is Rich Keehner. I'm the village manager of Villa Park. It's my honor. Take care and enjoy the warm weather.